video. In today's video, this is going to be my first ever live stream on this channel. And as you guys know, that I mostly do most of my videos on just like normal and regular kind of recording. But today I decided to kind of like switch it up because I upload a lot of like regular videos without these kind of live stream sort of thingies that I have in most of my videos for the past 4 years now. But of course, this is my first time ever doing a live stream on this channel, and I'm really excited to give this out to you guys. But anyways, in today's live stream, I'm gonna be kind of showing off my daron, a few of my daron planes that I kind of want to get rid of, and this is gonna be part one of the like daron kind of collection haul, I guess you could call it. So of course, in part one today, this is gonna be the aircraft that I want to like get rid of in the future and get some like replacements to those aircraft, of which hopefully really I'll be able to get some of those soon in the future, or even now at this point, because some of them have either been released or have already been released over the last 2 years. But yeah, besides that, I guess we could just get started now. All right, and so we're gonna start off with this Air Canada 777 from Daron here, and this is of course the Air Canada livery on the 777 from Daron, and as you can see that this kind of looks like a 777-200, of which I think this is really a 777-300, but of course it doesn't look exactly alike. So hopefully in the near future, I'll be able to get like a NG models or maybe a Gemini Jets 777-300ER. And along with that, I've also saw a 787-8 from Phoenix Models on a website on Google. So I think I might pick that up too. And then also, oh, this is not only my Air Canada aircraft. I also have the Air Canada Express CRJ-900. So uh, I do want to definitely upgrade my Air Canada collection in the future and have at least 5 more aircraft in my collection and have a realistic kind of Air Canada collection kind of mark. So yeah, in the future with Air Canada, I'm thinking of getting the 777-300ER, the 787-8 -9, and then for the narrow bodies, I'm going to be getting the Embraer E175, the A220-300, the 737 MAX 8, and their brand new A321 XLR. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get from NG and Gemini jets of those Air Canada planes in the future. But moving on to Turkish Airlines here. This is my Turkish Airlines 777 from Daron here, and as you can see, you guys can see that it has some sort of like white some sort of white kind of dot paint smudge or whatever that is. And not only that, but the landing gear is seriously wiggly, or the front gear is really is super wiggly, I should say. And this here is the 777-300ER, and similar to Air Canada, this is this does not look like a 777-300ER at all. It looks like a 777-200 or something, of which I don't even think Turkish Airlines flew the 777-200 at all. They only have the 777-300ER and also the 787-9 and also the A350 and A330 too. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna be getting rid of this if I can find like an NG or a Gemini Jets 787-9 or a 777-300 ER to get rid of this, because of course this does not look as good. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping to get in the future, is probably all three, or maybe I might get two wide bodies from Turkish. Either the 777-300ER, the 787-9, or the A350-900. And as I said, I might get either two or three Turkish wide body aircraft. It depends on what will happen. And here is another aircraft I do want to get rid of in the future, and it's another 777 here, and this time it is a cargo one, and this one is FedEx here. And yeah, this is the FedEx 777 freighter from Daron here, and I do want to get rid of this in the future because I've had this in my collection for a while now, and I'm kind of not a huge fan of this aircraft, but I mean, it doesn't look that bad. But I'm thinking of getting like an MD-11 or the A300 to kind of replace this one, and then in the future, if I get those aircraft, then I'll be getting rid of this, and I'll be getting both the the MD-11 and also the A300 to add into my collection. And then, of course, as I said, I'll definitely be getting rid of this in the future if I ever find one from either Gemini Jets or NG. We'll have to see. All right, and now we're gonna move on to the 787s that I want to get rid of from Daron here. And so we're gonna start off with this LL 787, which is from Daron. And this here is, I think this is the Dash 9 variant of the 787, and I believe that's the only 787 LL has anyway. This kind of just looks like a Dash 8, so hopefully in the future, I'm hoping to get the 787-9 from either NG or Gemini Jets, and maybe a 777-200ER, or maybe, and then also maybe a 747, despite those are retired sadly. But I would like to I think I would like to get one anyway, just to kind of add it to my collection and show off the LL livery on that aircraft. But yeah, in the future, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this if I do find a 787-9 from NG or Gemini Jets, or maybe a 777-200ER. All right, and now we're gonna move on to the WestJet 787s here, and these are both Dash 9s, but again, as I said, they look like Dash 8s, 787 Dash 8s, I should say. And of course, these are from Daron, and I do want to get rid of these in the future if I could find like a 787-9 from NG or Gemini Jets. And then if not, maybe even Phoenix might even release the WestJet 787-9. And all three of those companies did release the WestJet 787-9 a few years ago, but unfortunately I missed out on those. So hopefully in the future, either NG, Gemini jets, or Phoenix models will re-release all of the 787-9s, and then I'll pick either one of them up depending on what I like. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping to pick up in the future, or is to get a real 787, which is of course the Dash 9 from either Gemini, NG, and Phoenix. And also while I'm here, I do also want to get the 737 MAX 8 in the new color scheme as well, along with the 737-700, of which Gemini Jets did release the MAX 8 a while ago, but similar to the 787, I missed out on that, sadly. So hopefully NG will probably release the Max 8 in the new color scheme, and maybe the 737-700 as well. But Gemini Jets and also Panda models have released the 737-700 in the past, but I don't know if it's still in stock or if I can find one for very cheap in the in any like store. So if not, then I'll just wait for like NG to release the 737-700. And then again, as I said, I do in the future, I want to get the 787-9 from either Gemini Jets, NG, or Phoenix, the MAX 8 from either Gemini Jets or NG, and then the 737-700 from either Panda models, Gemini Jets, or NG models. All right, and here are the next two planes that I do want to get rid of. And considering these are from Daron, and there are also another two 787s here. And these are the KLM 787s, as I said. And I do want to get rid of these in the future because, of course, this is the 787-9. And this obviously does not look like a 787-9. It looks like a Dash 8. So I'm thinking of getting the A330-300 and maybe even the A350-900, considering that's brand new. But I'm definitely gonna get a NG models 787-9 soon and add it to my collection. And if so, then I'll probably get rid of both of these or maybe one of these. And if so, then if I get rid of both of these 787s here from Daron, then it will be combined into like one airplane, which will be the NG 787-9. And then if not, then I'll probably either get rid of one of these first and then have the Dash 9 in my collection, the 787-9 from NG in my collection, I should say. And then if I got rid of both of them, then I'll be yeah, it would just be one KLM plane in my collection. But then if not, then I'll probably keep one of the Daron 787s until I could get like an A350 or an A330. It depends. And again, another two 787s that I do want to get rid of in the future are these two Aeromexico 787s here from Daron. And I do want to get rid of these in the future because I'm not entirely sure what variant of the 787 this is. whether it's the Dash 8 or the Dash 9. But yeah, I do want to get rid of these in the future and replace them with probably either a 787-8 or 9, and also the 737-800 and the MAX 9 as well. So yeah, I'm thinking of getting the think they released the Gemini Jets 737 MAX 9 in the new color scheme. I think I might get that. And then if so, then similar to KLM, if I got the that Gemini Jets 737 MAX 9 in the new color scheme, then I'll probably get rid of one of these 787s, and then I'll just have one aircraft, one of each aircraft, I should say, which will be the 737 MAX 9, of course, and then one of the Daron 787s. And then if not, then then I might get rid of both of these, and I'll just have the MAX 8 and wait until I get like a 787-8 or 9. And here are another two 787s that I do want to get rid of here, which are the Latam 787s, which are from Daron, of course. And I do want to get rid of these because similarly to Aero Mexico, I should say, um, that I don't know if this is the Dash 8 or the Dash 9, and considering how long Latam have had these 787s in their fleet for, they could have got both the Dash 8 and the Dash 9, or they could have just ordered some Dash 9s, and then in the future they might get some Dash 8s depending on what they do. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of these in the future, and and then if I could find like a 787-9 or maybe the A350-900 for that matter as well, I'll probably get both of those, and I'll be getting rid of both of these Daron 787s here and replace them with both the A350-900 and the 787-9. And then last but not least, for the kind of like the double 787s, I would call it, is these, and these are the ones that I definitely want to get rid of the most. And they are the United 787s from Daron, of which they are both in the newer livery. And this is obviously the 787-10, because the registration of this thing is hold on, let me show you guys. The registration of this thing is N1. I'm not sure if that's a one or an I, whatever. 20, again, one or I, zero. And this is the 787-10, as I said, of which this does not look like a 787-10 at all. This looks like a 787-8, just like the other ones. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be getting rid of these, and I'm thinking of maybe getting an NG models 787-8, considering they've had that in stock for a while now. So I think I might pick one of those up, and if so, I'll definitely get rid of both of these, and I'll have both the 787-8 and also my 767-400ER that I currently have in my collection as well. And beside from the 787-8 and the 767-400, I'm also gonna get a 767-300, a 777-200ER, and a 777-300ER, and then a 787-9 and dash 10. That's what I'm hoping to get into my collection in the future, is to get almost every wide body that United currently flies, depending on what releases we will get in the future. And then for the narrow bodies, on the other hand, I definitely want to get the E175 and the CRJ 550, and also maybe a few CRJ 200s as well. And one that has never been released before, and probably one that will excite you guys, is the ERJ 145 in the new livery with the winglets, of which I am really hoping that Gemini jets, or who knows, maybe NG might have a 1:400 scale of the United ERJ 145 in the new color scheme. It depends on what they do in the future with the 1:400 scale, what they think of, or what plan they think of, I should say, of the ERJ 145 from NG. But yeah, and also, I do want to get the 737 MAX 9, the 737-700, the A319, and also a 757-200 in the Star Alliance color scheme. So yeah, that's all the aircraft I'm gonna get in the future, and can't forget about the 737-800 and -900ER as well. I don't think I said those, so I apologize if I do. But yeah, I'm thinking of getting, yeah, almost every United aircraft that currently flies, unless United add other aircraft to their fleet in the future. And then that'll be it essentially. And here is the second to last 787 from Daron that I want to get rid of in my collection in the future. And this is the Air New Zealand 787 from Daron here. And this is obviously the Dash 9 variant of the 787. But again, this does not look like a 787-9 at all. It looks like a Dash 8, of which Air New Zealand have never flown the Dash 8 variant of the 787 before. They only have the Dash 9, and I think they just recently got the 787-10 in or so. I'll have to double check that and see. And then beside from the 787, they also have the 777-200ER and the 777-300ER. So in the future, I do want to get rid of this 787 from down here, and then I'll probably get all four of those Air New Zealand wide bodies, being the 787-9, the 787-10 when they get it into their fleet pretty soon, the 777-200ER and the 777-300ER. And then if not, then I might just stick to like one wide body and then maybe wait a little while later here and then get a different type of wide body from Air New Zealand. And then last but not least for the 787s, and again another 787 that is not a that does not look like a Dash 9. It looks like a Dash 8. And this here is the Qantas 787 from Daron, of course. And not only does this look like a Dash 8, but if you guys can see it, it has some kind of like some weird like black or gray kind of paint, or what do you call that? Dirty marks on the plane. And then you also have, there's also some sort of paint smudge at the end of the tail before the APU there. And so yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this in the future if I could find like a 787-9 from NG, or maybe Gemini jets. And they have released them a few years ago, but unfortunately I missed out on that. So hopefully they will re-release them pretty soon. And then, if they ever get it into their fleet, rather, I'm gonna also get the A350-1000, of which they should be getting into their fleet pretty soon, maybe this year or maybe next year, something like that. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping for in the future, is to get the 787-9 from either NG or Gemini jets. And then as I said, if they ever get it, the if they ever get into their fleet, I should say, the A350-1000, and I'll get both of those aircraft, and I'll add them into my collection, and then get rid of this trusty old thing. All right, and here's the second to last. Hold on. This is the second to last Boeing aircraft that I want to get rid of in the future, of which this is obviously from daron, and this is the commonly known as Air Force Two, but this is the C-32 here, and this is of course from daron, as I said, and I definitely want to get rid of this thing in the future, because number one, it has a what do you call that? A damaged nose. Yeah, damaged nose. That's what you call it. Yep, it has a damaged nose. If you guys can see that there is no turquoise coating or paint around the nose there. And number two, probably the most controversial one, is it doesn't even have winglets, of which they started to add winglets on the 757s around 2011 time. So that was added to the aircraft in real life as well. So yeah, I definitely do want to get rid of this in the future, or sorry, and replace this with the NG models, or the Gemini Jets models of the C-32. And Gemini Jets have released that a little while ago, but unfortunately I missed out on that. So hopefully, maybe NG or Gemini Jets will re-release the C-32, and I'll probably get one in this livery, and then also the new Air Force, the new C-32 livery. And then if not, then I might just get one of these C-32s in the older livery, or maybe two of the older livery C-32s. And then if not, then maybe one of the old livery C-32s and one of the new livery C-32s as well. And last but not least, for my Boeing planes that I want to get rid of in the future from daron, is going to be this Delta 767 here, and this doesn't even have winglets either, just like the C-32 or the Air Force Two 757, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this doesn't have winglets, and as you guys can see, the there's no like paint coating on the tail there, at the top of the tail, I should say. And then let me see if there's anything else. Oh yes, the nose is pretty like dirty, if you can see that. It kind of has some like brown or gray marks on there, and also a oh yeah, pink kind of marker bit there. So yeah, I definitely do want to get rid of this, and this isn't actually my first 767 from daron. I also had another one of these 767s from daron. However, that one was pretty bad, and the landing, the gear didn't roll perfectly. It kind of sounded like a rock was hitting the ground or something. So yeah, I got rid of that and replaced it with the A330 -900, of which I have in my collection currently. But yeah, I definitely do want to get rid of this in the future, and replace it with a 767-300 with winglets, and also maybe the A330-300 as well, of which NG have already released those aircraft. So I'm thinking about getting both of those aircraft, and then I'll definitely be getting rid of this thing here. All right, and we're moving on to the Airbus aircraft for Daron that I want to get rid of in the future. And we're gonna start off with probably the one that I definitely want to get rid of the most, which is gonna be this Aer Lingus A330 here. And as you can see, the that this is obviously an A330-300, of which it kind of looks like a 200, but it's kind of 50-50 between both the 200 and dash 300 of the A330 here. And not only that, but there is also no Aer Lingus coloring or like logo on the winglets or the outside or inside. And also the tail has a really weird kind of has no coloring on there, and the tape is pretty bad. So yeah, I definitely want to get rid of this in the future, and I really hope that NG models will release the A321 XLR, of which Aer Lingus have those already in service, and they entered service last year. And so I really do want to get the Aer Lingus A321 XLR along with the A330-200 and the A330-300. So hopefully NG will release all three of those aircraft, and then I'll definitely be getting rid of this. But then if NG only release one of those aircraft, though, I'll still be getting rid of this, but I'll only have either the A321 XLR, the A330-200, or the A330-300. I'll have to see. And here is another A330 from Daron that I want to get rid of in the future, of which this is an Alitalia A330 from Daron. And Alitalia were Italy's national airline, and they flew from, I think it was 1980s or something like that to 2021. So they've been bankrupt for almost 5 years now, and I don't think there is a single Alitalia aircraft that is painted into this livery that is still flying around. And so they've been replaced with ITA Airways, which is the new Italy national airline, I would say. And so I'm thinking of getting maybe an ITA Airways A330-900, and maybe the dash 200 as well, and also the A350-900. And then if not, then I might just get one wide body from ITA, and uh, then I might also get some older Alitalia aircraft, maybe the A330-200 or the 777-300ER, just to kind of have some like Alitalia aircraft in my collection, because this airline's livery doesn't actually look that bad, and I'm a pretty big fan of it. And also the ITA Airways livery does look nice as well. So yeah, in the future, I'm thinking of getting one wide body for Alitalia and either one or two wide bodies from ITA Airways. And now we have my four A350s that I want to get rid of here. And the first one I'll be starting off is going to be the Iberia A350 here, of which this is from Daron, of course. And I do want to get rid of this because if you can see that, it has a the cockpit is kind of like kind of kind of kind of has some like market bits around the cockpit, along with a few dirt marks on there. And I think there is a there is a there's no like painted nose kind of smudge there, if you can see that. Yep, so that's that. And So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna get rid of this in the future, or excuse me, and I'm gonna get the NG models A350-900 if they do re-release that. And again, I missed out on the first NG models release of that aircraft, and so hopefully in the near future that NG will re-release the A350-900. And on top of that, I do also want to get the A330-300 as well. And considering how long ago Iberia have got their new livery, which was back in 2013, uh, I don't think anybody has ever released the A330-300 in the new livery. So I'm not sure what's happening. But yeah, hopefully NG in the future will release the A330-300 and also re-release the A350-900 as well. And here is another A350 that I want to get rid of in the future, which is this Delta A350 from Daron here, of course. And as you can see here, there is no like painted top of the tail thing there. And then let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, and if you can see, the tape doesn't hold on, let me try and flip this around a little bit. If you can see, the tape doesn't like stay in place, and it's not really secured on the near the front of the plane there. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this, and I think I'm gonna find the NG A350 dash 900 from Delta, which has recently been released. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna get that. And also, if they do add it into their fleet as well, the A350-1000, of which NG has also released. So yeah, I might get both the A350-900 and the 1000 as well. And then, of course, earlier, as I said, and similarly to the 767, that I'll also be getting the A330-300 and the 767-300 with winglets. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be. That's what my Delta collection is gonna be like in the future, I should say. And besides from the wide bodies, I do also want to get the 757-200, the A320, the A319, the A220-100, the A220-300, uh, and also the Embraer E175. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get all of those Delta aircraft that I want to add into my collection, and so that way I can get rid of both the A350 and the 767, both from Daron in the Delta colors. And here's the second to last A350 that I want to get rid of here, and it is the Thai Airways A350 here. And this one is actually fairly new. I think I got this about maybe a year and a half ago, or maybe 2 years ago now at this point. But yeah, I've had this in my collection for a while, and it's still pretty fresh and new. But I do kind of want to get rid of this in the future and replace it with maybe a 787-9 or maybe a 777-300ER, and I might even get the A380 as well. Despite Thai Airways have retired the A380s, I think it was last year, which is very sad. But yeah, I think I might get the A380 anyway, just to kind of add it into my collection. And I think the A380 does look really nice in the Thai Airways color scheme. So yeah, I think I might get the A380 to go along with my 787-9 and 777-300ER, of which hopefully I'll get all three of those aircraft from either Gemini Jets, NG models, or whoever else. So that way I can kind of get rid of this thing, despite its being brand new. I'll still have this in my collection for a little while longer, but then in the near future, or maybe in about 2 years at least, that of course I'll be finding the 787-9, the 777-300ER, and the now retired A380 as well. And here is the last A350 that I want to get rid of here. And not only do I want to get rid of this A350 here, but it's also a fictional one. And this is the American A350 here. And American did actually place orders for the A350 a little while ago, but then they canceled the orders in 2018, and they switched from the A350 to the 787, of which they of course do fly now, and they've been flying for the last 8 years now at least. So close to a decade at this point. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna get rid of this in the future, I think, and replace this with. I'll probably get all four of the American Airlines wide bodies. I'll be getting the 787-8, the 787-9, the 777-200ER, and the 777-300ER. But then if I don't get all four of them, then I might just get one wide body to kind of have in my American Airlines collection. But then what was I about to say? But then if I get either two or three or all four of them, then that will be my American Airlines wide body collection. But then, as I said, if not, then it might be just one wide body in my collection that is flying with American currently. And besides from the wide bodies, similarly to Delta, I do also really hope that NG will release an A319 and an A320. And the A319 is probably the most common narrow body that's flying around, with the exception of the 737-800, of which American currently fly 303 of the 737-800s. And then for the A319s, it's they have I think 130, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe 122-ish, something like that. But yeah, I definitely really hope that NG will will re-release an A319 and an A320, and also I do want to get the CRJ-900 as well, and also maybe a 737-800, and besides from those, I might get a few of the retired American Airlines aircraft, maybe the 757 or the 767, or maybe an A330, maybe one of each. I'll have to see. But yeah, I definitely want to get get a realistic wide body, whether it be in the 787-8, the -9, the 222, or the 333. And then for narrow bodies, of course, I want to get the A319, A320, the A321 as well, just the regular A321, as I do already have the A321neo in my collection, and also maybe a 737-800, and maybe a few of the retired American Airlines aircraft, either the 757 or the 767 or the A330. But yeah, we'll see what the American Airlines collection for me looks like in the future. And then last but not least, finally, the three most noticeable aircraft that I definitely do want to get rid of, and hopefully NG will release some realistic Frontier aircraft in their new current color scheme, of which they have released the A318 in the older color scheme. But of course, the A318 doesn't even fly for Frontier anymore, and they only fly A320s, A320neos, A321s, and A321neos. But yeah, I definitely do want to get rid of all three of these Daron A320s, of which they are in Spot the Jaguar livery in the future. And I really hope that NG will release all four of those aircraft: the A320, the A320neo, the A321, and the A321neo. And and at the moment, I do only have one Frontier aircraft from in 1 to 400 scale, I should say, and it is the Gemini Jets A320neo, which is in Poppy the Prairie Dog tail. But besides that, not really like other good Frontier releases, of which Aero Classics has released a lot of Frontier aircraft, but it's not the best quality. So yeah, hopefully in the future, NG will release all of the Frontier aircraft, and then I think I might get three A320 Neos, one A320, one A321, and two A321 Neos. So yeah, I think that's what I might do in the future, and I'll get all of those aircraft with different tails. But yeah, as I said, I'll be definitely getting three A320 Neos from NG. The same thing for the A320, the A321, and the two A321 Neos. But apart from that, you guys, I hope you enjoyed my first ever live stream, and this is what I would call part one of my daron kind of collection, and this part one is about getting rid of the planes that I want to get rid of in the future, I should say, and replace them with NG and Gemini jets, of which hopefully I'll be able to get all of those aircraft within the next few years. But in a few days or so, I'll be doing part two of my daron kind of collection, and those were the 27 then models that I wanted to get rid of, that I want to get rid of, and replace them with, as I said, NG or Gemini jets. But then for part two, which should be coming up pretty soon, part two is going to be the daron planes that I will keep and look perfect. But yeah, besides that, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my first ever live stream ever on this channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video or live stream, whatever. But anyways, bye.